Today we're gonna ask ChatGPT some Wolvesville questions, and I have no idea how this is gonna turn out because I have barely used ChatGPT in general. I know it's a pretty advanced tool, it can actually respond to a lot of things, but I don't know if Wolvesville specifically is well known enough for ChatGPT to know it. Let's just start with the question, what is Wolvesville? Let's see if it knows something. It's thinking, I think. Hello, Wolvesville is a multiplayer social deduction game developed by PopReach Incorporated. What the hell is that? In the game, players are randomly assigned to either the role of villager or werewolf. The goal of the villagers is to identify and eliminate all the werewolves. So far that makes sense, while the werewolves aim to eliminate enough villagers to take control of the town. That is totally true. Players can interact with each other through text, chat and vote on who they think is a werewolf during the day phase, and the werewolves can choose to eliminate a player during the night phase. There are also special roles with unique abilities that can help or hinder either the villagers or the werewolf, adding to the complexity and excitement of the game. Overall, Wolvesville is a fun and engaging game that requires strategy, deception and teamwork to win. That is actually a fair argument. Let's see if it's gonna give PopReach as an answer. No, this is definitely... this doesn't seem correct.
The game Wolvesville was developed by PopReach Incorporated, which is a Canadian mobile game with 100%.
What? I know the devs and they're not Canadian. So far I know, unless they have a hidden agenda. Let's ask about Werewolf Online then. Yeah, this one looks more like it actually. Werewolf Online is another popular... It also says another. It really is like a conversation, that's fun. It actually adds on a previous comment. It gives a whole text, look at this.
Werewolf Online is another popular multiplayer social deduction game developed by Philip Eichhorn. This is true. It is similar to the concept of Wolvesville, and that players are randomly assigned to either the role of the villager. Let's read. However, Werewolf Online also introduced new features such as a wider variety of roles, each with their unique abilities, and a global ranking system that tracks players' performances over time. In Werewolf Online,
it's funny that the Wolvesville is known in the system, in the database, but it's not like a site with wolves, with Werewolf Online. So I think for the remainder of this video we will have to ask questions about Werewolf Online then. A little bit outdated, but we will see what goes. I have a follow-up question on that then. Let's just see what happens. I have a couple questions written out. What? It says, okay, this is totally BS. Where do you get this from? In Werewolf Online, the Astronomer is a special role that belongs to the village team. Okay, so far that's good. The Astronomer's ability is to spy on one player at night to learn their exact role. Well, that is where we go. The next question I'm gonna ask, this was actually marked as my second one. What are the oldest roles? In Werewolf Online, the oldest roles are the basic roles of werewolf and villager. Interesting, that is true, but they're not the only ones, so far I know. I think this is not even something that knows, it just gambles this, because this makes sense. I'm really curious to see what this answer here is, because this is subjective. The jester? Shut up, there's no jester in... Oh my god. Wow, what's this text? I'm gonna see if there's a funny quote. In Werewolf Online, there's no one strongest roles, as each role has its own unique abilities. Villager and weaknesses, which is only villager. The game is designed to be balanced, with different roles having different strengths and limitations that can help or hinder their team's chance of winning. This is totally true. This is also how I think that anyone should look at the game. However, some roles are considered particularly powerful in certain situations. For example, the seer role is that can identify the true identity of a player once per game. Seer is also one of the roles that that comes in my mind immediately when I'm talking about powerful roles. The shaman is another role that can have a significant impact on the game. It can, but it's unlikely. And I would not say it's amongst the strongest roles. It seems like this database here is very old for something that's called Wolvesville, or Werewolf Online at least. Final section here. Ultimately, the success of each role depends on the player's ability to use their abilities effectively and work well with the team, so there is no one strongest role in Werewolf Online, and the game's balance is what makes it so engaging and fun to play. So at least it says it enjoys the game. Let's see. Chaos? Chaos! Chaos! Chaos!
The Chaos mode is a fast-paced, unpredictable game mode that adds several additional rules to the game. It's a great option to players who enjoy a more challenging and dynamic gameplay experience.
I would say this is somewhat similar to, let's say, crazy game modes, I guess. Ultimately, the best game mode in Werewolf Online is the one that you enjoy playing the most. Yeah, well, that's probably a true answer here. The boring but true answer. Okay, this is actually a very good answer here. At least the first section. Like, it's a great option for players who are new to the game or those who want to practice their skills without risking their win-loss ratio. Which I think is not entirely true, because you can still choke when you experiment with some strategies, of course. But we have some more banger questions we have to ask, of course. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Oh my. It's still typing. This is a huge answer here. One of the worst forms of game throwing is called suiciding or throwing. It's not even called suiciding anymore, but okay. Throwing for the greater good, what is that? This occurs when a player sacrifices themselves or intentionally loses the game in order to benefit their team or a particular... Like, what? Like, how are you gonna lose and benefit your own team at the same time? That's not how it works. I mean, particular player, I guess that's true. Like, you can throw for someone else. I suppose it happens like all the time, but... Or see who reveals the true identity of a fellow villager to the werewolves in order to protect themselves can be considered a form of suiciding. Suiciding? How does that relate to suiciding? Another form of game throwing that is considered very serious is called ghosting. I've never heard this term, by the way, but okay. This occurs when a player reveals sensitive information to another player outside of the game. Okay, this is basically just teaming. The game's community relies on mutual respect and trust, and game throwing can undermine the trust that makes the game so enjoyable to play. This is such a beautiful phrase. The game's community relies on mutual respect and trust, and game throwing can undermine the trust that makes the game so enjoyable to play. Bruh. Let's see what I guess. Rolecalls can be... Okay, now it's going to be in the middle ground. It really actually gives it as a double-edged sword here. On the one hand, rolecalls can be a useful strategy for the town to identify potential werewolves and other suspicious players. When a player claims a role and their claim is confirmed by other players or through their actions, it can help the town make some more informed decisions about who to vote for and who to trust. This is pro rolecall. On the other hand, rolecalls can also be a double-edged sword. If a player claims a role that is easily falsifiable or that conflicts with another player claim, it can cast doubt on their credibility and make them a target for the werewolves. Overall, rolecalls can be useful too in Werewolf Online, but they should be used with caution, and only when they can be backed up by evidence or actions that confirm the player's claim. It's important to be aware of the potential risks and drawbacks of rolecalls and to use them wisely in order to maximize their effectiveness. There's so many ways to win as fool, so I don't know what the bot is gonna do, but maybe I should make a follow-up video apart from like a part 2, whatever. If you guys want that, let me know, but I could like try a strategy that ChatGPT actually recommends me to use. Okay, it's gonna give more strategies. 4 strategies it seems like. Or it's just a plan of action. Here are some strategies that can help increase your chance of winning as the fool. And now it's gonna give a whole answer. Firstly, it's worth noting that Werewolf Online also has a dedicated player base and has been popular for several years, indicating the game has staying power. The developers have also consistently updated the game with new roles, events and features which suggest they are committed to keeping the game fresh and engaging. Well, that's a compliment from the bot to Philip, I guess, and every other dev and important person in the community. In terms of the game's future, it's possible that the developers may continue to add new roles and game modes to keep players engaged. They may also explore new platforms and expand the game's reach to new audiences. I hope that happens, but who knows? I don't know if that happens. Additionally, Werewolf Online has a strong esports community, which is absolutely BS, but I wish, but it's not true. And it's possible, but the game may become more prominent in a competitive gaming scene. I really wish that would also be the case, but I don't think that's currently happening. This could lead to more organized tournaments and events, as well as opportunities for players to earn rewards or recognition for their skill. Overall, the future of Werewolf Online Wolvesville looks promising, and it's likely that the game will continue to evolve and attract new players in the coming years. I will say if we hit 100 likes on this video, I will make a part 2 with your questions. If you enjoyed this video, then I'm sure you will also love this one right here. So go click on it and tell them you came from this video. You can also subscribe and turn on the bell to never miss any new Wolvesville video anymore. Trust me, they only get better. I will then see you later, and don't be a traitor. Goodbye.